Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up today with an album share, and this is a flip through of my 2018 album part 2. So this album covers pretty much exactly, I think, from week 27. There you go, week 27 to the end, and it's pretty chunky. You can see there, it's pretty chunky. And it's in a Kaiser Craft album. I actually really like the design of this album, at least the wood paneling part on the front, but I've mentioned this in a video, or else actually it's probably a video that's coming after this. It's part 1 of my 2019 album flip through, but I don't like these Kaiser Craft albums because the spines I've found in a few of mine have come loose, particularly if you drop them. And I know you shouldn't drop your albums, but you know, if something happens, they're heavy and you drop them, I found the spines really quickly come off. So, and they crack here. See this here? So yes, not a big fan, but they're cheap and they're all that we can get really easily in Australia. So this is part 2 of my album from 2018. So I'm going to do a quick flip through and try not to talk too much about what's contained, I guess, the stories in the album, but just to show you what my completed album looks like. I mixed 12 by 12 and pocket page scrapping together, and in 2018 I did weekly scrapping. So yes, this is the start of the part 2 album, and this is a layout of our ultrasounds. I think that was our 8-week ultrasound, which was really just, or it might have been a 6-week. It was really a dating scan to find out where we were at. And that's using a cocoa vanilla papers, and I'm pretty sure there's a process video for that. Now, quite a few of these layouts I made at a scrapbook retreat, so this was at a retreat. And in early July, we actually went to New Zealand for a holiday with, I think there was 8 of our friends, or well, us and 6 others, so there was 8 of us in total. And yeah, so I must have been 8 weeks pregnant, and we actually did tell this group of friends while we were away. We hadn't planned on it because obviously we were really early. However, we were going to Queenstown, and I knew that most of these guys would want to go skiing and all that sort of thing, and I just didn't. I don't like skiing anyway, and then being pregnant, I just didn't want to risk it. So we told them, which was exciting because they were very happy for us. So the next couple of pages are actually about our holiday, even though it was only one. We only went for 8 days, I think, so it only spanned just over a week, but I think I used quite a few pages for it. And this is the Auburn Lane collection from Pink Paisley, which I loved. This was my favorite collection of last year. Yeah, so I made, none of these layouts have process videos because they were all made at a scrapbook retreat, but I really loved them with some paint, mixed media in the background. So this is still the same holiday. It was very cold in Queenstown, but it was just lovely. It was a beautiful place to visit. So yeah, these are all our photos here. Still there. This is actually week 28, or the start of week 28. Week 28 also goes over 3 pages, I think. We were still in New Zealand. I might have a process video for that, actually. I definitely don't for that one. The challenge at this scrapbook retreat was to use thickers to make a long title, so there is no time to be bored in a world as beautiful as this. Oh, how cute. So yes, these are still New Zealand photos, all of New Zealand. I took a lot of photos because it was such a beautiful place to visit. If you haven't been, highly recommend it. So now we're on to week 29. This is stuck on the outside of the page protector because it's so bulky. I was moving my scrap room. Week 30, nothing a hell of a lot happened, to be honest. Documented my partner getting Wiggles songbooks because Jack requested that he learnt how to play Big Red Car on the piano, which we are now in September of 2019, and he bought these books in on the, August. And oh no, July. That is July. And he still hasn't learnt. So it's been almost a year. I think there's a process video for this one too, where I use up lots of sequins to create this circular layout. And the same with this one. Oh, that's me scrapping my earlier layout, so I definitely have a video for that. I was scrapping at my sister's house, and this is Jack, who was playing along, and he wanted to do some scrapping as well, hence the title Follow My Lead. I thought it was super cute. We're still in August, end of July, we're now moving into August. Had a band competition, which we won. This is when I actually went on retreat. This was Father's Day, and I have a process video for this. This is using I think it's the Boys Rule collection from Cocoa Vanilla, and I actually got Danny a couple of little onesies and a cute card that says, Dad, Happy Father's Day. And then I took a photo and we made this our little announcement. It says arriving Feb 2019. So that was pretty cute. I had to scrap that, even though it wasn't technically his first Father's Day. I still wanted to acknowledge that, which was fun. This was me at the retreat. I didn't take that many photos. In fact, I took one photo of my food and one photo of everybody there, and that photo of the venue, and those two photos, and that was it from the retreat. I was far too busy scrapping. Week 36, we went to Tasmania for the weekend for a band comp. So all of these photos and these photos here happened within the space of 3 days. So that was fun. There's definitely a process video for this. And actually, I think there's one of this too. My sister scrapped this photo as well. This was the only bump photo we had of the two of us. So I was 18 weeks pregnant and Jess was 38 weeks pregnant. So she was exactly 20 weeks ahead of me, or I was 20 weeks behind her. So I've got a bump. It's not very noticeable, but it's there. And this was using the beautiful Auburn Lane collection as well. This is still all using a bit of Auburn Lane and a bit of, I think this is Twilight, or there's some One Canoe 2 mixed in. This is just before Tom was born. So Jess's husband actually had to go away on a school camp, and Jess didn't, he might have gone to the football. Anyway, he was away overnight and Jess didn't want to stay by herself because it was close to when Thomas's due date was. And yeah, I was already arranged to look after Jack when she went into labour, so she asked me if I would just come and stay the night, which I was happy to, so I did. There was no baby that night. However, so when did I stay the night at her house? That was on the 15th or the 14th I stayed the night, and then on the 18th Tom was born. So this is her in labour. I was going to take them out and I thought I would be, I'd be mean and I'd leave them in. And then I did take this photo out because you can see her boob. But these are the brand new Thomas photos, which are super cute. And then these are just me babysitting Jack. And then these are the first family photos of Jess's family, which was super cute. And then that's me with Tom. Sorry about the glare. There's not a lot I can do about the glare. Sorry. And that's Danny meeting Tom. And that's my mum with Jack. And again, I think I do have process videos for quite a few of these, maybe all of them. And if I do, I'll try and remember to link them down below, but you know me, I'm quite hopeless. And this is all still Tom. We did duck into IKEA and I picked up a Kallax unit, another one, which was super cool. We got a secondhand pram for our own baby. We had some friends over. I'm still using Auburn Lane. I tried to use up the whole bits of it that I had. So I got a Secret Not Secret kit club with Auburn Lane, and I got something else with Auburn Lane in it as well. So I didn't buy the whole collection, but I had quite a lot of it and I tried to use it all up. So yeah, this was just life really. This was now life getting ready for our own baby. So we're into October. We didn't do a hell of a lot, taking some bump pics. We did a whole heap of gardening and kind of home things that we wanted to get done. When I found out I was pregnant, we sort of went, oh, we better get some things done. So we did a whole heap of gardening and a lot of work outside. We got some sheds delivered because that was the last part that needed to happen for our yard to kind of be done, but also the nursery where we wanted to put Link, or we didn't know he was Link at the time, but where we wanted to put him was filled with things that were supposed to go into a shed, but we had our shed pulled down to put our swimming pool in, and then we hadn't got a new shed put up, so we were in now had a deadline to get the sheds in so that we could get all the stuff out of the nursery and set that up for the baby to arrive. I was setting up my Kallax unit, so I redid my craft room, and I sprained my ankle. That was fun while pregnant. Not. We did some more gardening work. You know, just life happened really. We got a whole heap of clothes given to us, secondhand clothes, so we went through all of those. It was my sister's birthday. This was birthday week, and it was my partner's birthday, so I've got process videos for both of those. This was the card that I gave him, and so I just popped it in the top there to keep that. It was also Remembrance Day here in Australia, so that's one of our band members playing the last post. So, you know, this was just life really. These are funny. So I run a young parents group when I'm at work. I'm a youth worker, and these are my work colleagues. We had a photo shoot that happened with the babies, and my two work colleagues convinced me to pose for some photos in front of the props, and so they're holding up their finger. So I was 29 weeks pregnant at this time, so they're holding up a 2 and a 9, and this is my girlfriend you know, putting her ear against my belly. It was very funny. So we had a good time, and that's me with the French horn. Tom came to visit. This was us again, me and the same work colleague. We were out with our young parents to their breakup. We went to a local farm, and that was fun. Setting up a bassinet, organising our Scrappy advent calendar. I made a shadow box class with a couple of girlfriends, and I taught them how to make these shadow boxes, which was heaps of fun. Oh, we went to our antenatal class, which my partner and I didn't probably get a lot out of, but we went and, you know, sat through the whole day. And then we're into December, and we've almost finished. So I do a December daily, but I also include December weeks in my normal project life. Well, I have done so far. I'm not sure this year in 2019 if I'll be able to fit it in, but I'm hoping that I can, because I like the fact that it sort of completes my albums. So they are in here. We were putting our sheds in. It was getting warmer, and I was starting to wrap up work. We did our Christmas carols event with my band. We did a lot of swimming in our pool. We had an end of year concert for my wind symphony, so that's me playing the French horn, whereas in this band here I play the tenor horn, just to confuse people. Lots of Christmas parties and band breakups and friends over, and just trying to get all things organised for the baby and enjoy my last few weeks of work. So this was just work parties and catching up with Jess and Jack. This is Danny's work colleagues at their breakup. This is Danny practicing swaddling Tom, which he hated being swaddled anyway as a baby, so he's screaming his head off here. And it was a bit of a fail. Danny didn't do a particularly good job, but he gave it a red hot crack. And then he's reading his books to Jack before Jack went to bed, so that was very cute. I don't think I filmed this, but if I did, I'll make sure to leave that down below. And this is my almost wrapping up work. We had a baby shower for me at work. This is our work Christmas party, and then finally we're setting up the nursery. So we set up the nursery on the 22nd of December, so exactly a month before Link was born, which was amusing. I only just realised that. So we gave it a big clean. This was sort of before it was full of, it was quite empty because we'd taken everything to the sheds, which got built, but it was also storage for a lot of random stuff. So we cleaned all of that out. As you can see here, we cleaned everything. We washed the walls, and we washed the lights, and we washed the windows and the floors, and then we set up the cot and everything like that. And then this is Christmas. So this was my last day of work for the year. I did go back in January, but this was the last day before Christmas. And then this is Christmas Eve, which we celebrate with my sister and my extended family. So that's all of us there, apart from the kids. And yeah, that's just us getting presents, more presents. That's Jack and Tom getting their presents. I don't have process videos for these because these were part of my Confessions of a Paper Addict DT application. And then this is Christmas Day. So this is Christmas Day here, which we spent with my mother-in-law and my partner and just our animals celebrating Christmas. And then just had friends come over on Boxing Day. Normally I would go to my extended family in Bendigo, but because I was quite pregnant and it was quite hot. I didn't want to drive 2.5 hours there and back. I was just too far, so I elected not to go that year. But we'll be going in 2019 with a baby, so that will be fun. And then that's it. This is New Year's Eve here. We did some cleaning, there's some lights opposite our house, and then we had our friends come over with their little boy, and he was super excited to meet our chooks, so he had some fun with the chooks and then went for a swim. And that was it. That's my album. So you can see there how I mix my pocket page and 12 by 12 layouts to create my albums. I love mixing because I love pocket page scrapbooking to kind of allow me to put as many photos in as I like, but I just prefer making 12 by 12 layouts from a creative perspective. And it means that I can make 12 by 12 layouts with only 1 or 2 photos. They can be more kind of artistic, and I don't have to worry because the rest of my photos and my journaling is captured within the pocket page kind of aspect of my albums. So that was it. That was 2019 part 2. Part 1 is already on the channel, so I'll make sure I link that down below as well, so you can see the first half of the year if you want to go back. But yeah, that's 2018 part 2. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.